The Lamborghini 6.0 VT replica in the perfect colour. Let the Motors Mania begin. Like his idea with the exhaust cover in. Hi, I'm Roger Kelly. Today we're at Newark Kitcar Show 2023. Take a walk with me as we have a look around the show. Two beautiful Cobras sat by here. One with a full tan eye. Check out the side window. Got a little hole for air. They're advertising LS2, 6 litre V8 in this one. This is an AK Cobra. Different hood on that one. Got the Cobra there. Got some Ferrari kit cars. So this is a BMW Z3 based. We got the 308 GDB.
Yeah, nice chatting to you. Good luck with yours.
Right hand drive. This is a Fiero based. Yeah, Pontiac Fiero. Now a lot of these were converted from left hand drive to right hand drive. Being a Pontiac Fiero, being an American car. And we got the Z3 based California. Let's have a look at the specs. The interior on this looks pretty good. It's Pontiac Fiero 2.8 V6. The Ferrari 550 kit car. I want to know what this 550 is based on. A Jag XK8 4.2 kit manufactured by Roy Kelly. That's a Lamborghini Diablo 6.0 VT. Jago Owners Club. Ford Jeep. Awesome. Captain America. What a good idea. Enigma. Looks different. Enigma. That's pretty cool. It's a V8 Ford. So we're on the Westfield sports car stand. A Headley's car. Got the K&N air filters hanging out the bonnet. Alcantara steering wheel. British Racing Green. Looks really nice, this colour. It looks like someone had a lot of fun in that. Hey. Cool little ties.
Yes. I'm happy with that. Yeah. And you carried it for quite a few yards. Yeah. Quite nicely for you. Okay. You'll quite find it hard to find the pedals a bit when you get there. Yeah. I will probably fall, your feet will fall off early and stuff like that. Start recording. We've got a bit of a front wheel loose. It's actually broken. How it's still there, can I
A Jane Austen 3/4 scale cycle cart. Paying tribute to the 1936 Austin 7 twin cam race car. 3/4 scale size cars. They're like bicycle wheels. Imagine ripping around in this. Checking out the beach buggies. This one's got the whole BMW wheels going on. This is the EXO Owners Club. So these are Tiger Racing. So this is the Tiger Kitcar Owners Club. Tiger Racing. Yeah, I like the Gulf livery on this one. Got a 7 badge on the front. TigerRacing.com. MK Sports Cars, the Fireblade. MK Indy Fireblade. So I'm assuming this has got a Honda Fireblade engine, hence the name. The MEV Exoset. The MEV Exoset. MEV Exoset they call him. Like a roll cage on wheels. So this is a Mazda MX-5 with a 250 shell, but not making it a 250 replica. He's added a lot of his own stuff. Got a Cortina paint job, mini headlamps. Giving it a 60s retro look. A DB4 GT replica. Got the Zagato sign. Talking to the owner, it's a BMW Z4 with a Aston Martin DB4 GT Zagato body on it. Pair Beaufords, limo on the front by here. The Cobra Owners Club. Flat nose.
I'll see you in a bit.
Ford engine.
Ford V6.
Ford V6.
Yeah.
Unusual to see a Ford in the back of them.
Yeah. Oh, the CVH is quite popular in these Ford, but they're a bit heavy really for these. Yeah.
What engine's this one, do you know?
That's a air-cooled Beetle engine.
Air-cooled Beetle engine.
Yeah, 1835. It's got the Porsche fan shroud on it with the alternator conversion. That helps with a lot with the cooling.
Cooling, yeah.
Yeah, I did have overheating problems with it when I first got it, but that's cured the issue.
Are they actually on a VW chassis?
It's Type 3. They're based on a Type 3. The variant.
Right.
Do you remember those? 73. This is.
Right.
The donor vehicle. The Type 3 variant was a coupe version of the Beetle. Yeah, you don't see many of them about, but there's very little VW left on this now because it's got all Porsche brakes and hubs.
Yeah.
So I've done away with a lot of the stuff. But
so this is your vehicle, yeah?
Yeah, they got.
Seen Beetles with a super engine. Yeah.
If I had my time again, I'd probably go that route. But yeah, this is okay. I ain't got a lot of power, but that's okay. Low down. I've got an uprated gearbox, so that'll sit at 70, 80 all day, no problem. Whereas before, that was over revving at 70 was about 4,000 revs, so that's a bit much for these. Usable now, and it goes around corners properly.
Have you had it from new, or have you had this one from new?
No. I bought it 20 years ago.
Right.
Off eBay. It had the Type 3 engine in, which is the flat version of this, same block, but it's flat, unlike the Beetle, which is upright. But it kept overheating because the original car had vents, air intakes on the side wings. This obviously ain't got none of that, so it didn't really work in this car. So that's why I eventually changed it over to the upright, and I've got the air cooler here, and there's a fan on top of that, which if I get in traffic, all temperature starts to go up, and I just manually flip a switch and bring the fan on, and then the temperature comes down. So I'm quite happy with it now. And it's really old school. There's none of this ECU business and electronics.
Do you get many people at the traffic lights going to race you? Yeah.
It's funny you should say that. It happens all the time. People come up alongside me.
Yeah.
I was going to a show in Peterborough probably 5 years ago, and this guy in this Carrera 4 came up beside me on this dual carriageway, and he says, "What, on a race?" I said,
no.
And he dropped a couple of cogs and gone. But yeah, it fools a lot of people. But, yeah, the main difference from the real one is the petrol filler is on the wrong side.
That's the giveaway then.
That's the giveaway. Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for talking to me.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Pleasure. Thanks for your interest.
Pilgrim Cobra.
It only comes out in British weather.
Right. Certain days in the British summer then. Did you build it yourself? No.
I only built it last year. It was built in 2003 by somebody.
There's one wicked beetle. So the engine cover comes up, whole back end of the car. Cosmo cars. See a digital display.
It was cheapest solution. Old Samsung S5.
So the review camera. Rear view camera, yeah.
Also, it was cheapest solution. And all car is from Poland.
Cosmo, is that your name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the main of my car. It's from city district in my hometown in Poland. It's called Kosmonautów. It's this city district, and it's why Cosmo. Cosmo, something with cosmos. About 255 horsepower, under 900 kilos. So it's really fast. Next car will be much lighter. I know if I will make another car, but I know where I can save a lot of weight.
So this is your first mock-up car, and then improve on your next one.
Exactly.
What gearbox is it?
It's from Fiat Seicento gearbox. Fiat Seicento.
Fiat
Dashboard is
Seicento.
from Fiat Seicento.
Right.
So engine is a Fiat Abarth 500. Exactly the same as in Fiat Abarth 500s. It's called T-Jet Fiat engine, 1.4 turbo. It's the same engine family like stock 1.1 in Fiat Seicento, Pandas, old Puntos. So it's a plug and play to Seicento gearbox, but I have to replace this gearbox for newer, much stronger than that gearbox.
And then you can give it a lot more power. Yeah. Is there a boot under the front? No. So you got no storage then? Just cooling that radiator.
DJC Sports Cars V-Storm WR3. It's based on our own Exoskeleton chassis design, modelled around the 3 seats, obviously a central driving position. It's powered by a flat 4 boxer engine, Subaru derived, with a large turbo. This one's running 500 wheel horsepower and it weighs 750 kilos. So obviously the power to weight is extremely good. nearly 700 horsepower per tonne. That's the Exoskeleton design, GRP body, it's running standard gearbox. I can take the rear deck off if you want to see the engine. Yeah, it's real gold tape, that is. Real gold tape. Yeah, that's obviously it's a ram air effect because that goes piped straight into the intercooler, so it's nice fresh cold air to help it power through. On the vents on the rear deck there, obviously it goes straight into fresh air for the breather on there. So you get a lot of induction noise, a lot of whistles from the turbo. It doesn't run any driver aids apart from the good ones, anti-lag and launch control. Yeah, it's all in-house built suspension. It's running, all the internals are fully forged RCM components from Roger Clark Motorsport, RCM 500 turbo. So it's obviously got a big push in the back when you push the accelerator pedal.
Got the Union Jack on the bonnet, GBS. Great British Sports Cars. Diamond stitch seats. Stripped out. So this is a Great British Sports Car 01 Mazda build. A 2003 Mazda Mark II Mazda MX-5 donor car. So the Mazda MX-5 is being used for a lot of donor cars at the moment, including this. This is greatbritishsportscars.com. So these kits will go on a Mazda MX-5 or the Miata if you're in America. Mark 1, Mark 2 and Mark 2.5. Here's 1989 to 2005 in any hand, right hand drive or left hand drive. Got that Cat-Ram 7 lock in there. So the build price is £4,082 for the starter build kit. Check out their website, get information off there. So this is the Evolution GT from Turismo UK. Based on a Porsche 986 Boxster. Nice deep dish back wheels. The interior in this though, lovely done. Plenty of carbon in the interior. Retrimmed Cobra seats. The Porsche logo. We've used a lot of carbon on this car, on the mirrors, even on the vents around the windscreen wipers. And this one's based on a Mark III Toyota MR2, diamond stitch seats, plenty of carbon. So this is a full body replacement for the Toyota MR2 Mark III. This one's called the Avalanche GT. From turismo.co.uk.com. And the Porsche, it's called the Porsche Evolution GT. Porsche 986 body, Evolution GT body. Look at the Cobra 427 EK 4 GT. And the gearbox on the side. Nice spec on this AK427 LS3 engine. And it's Cobra as well, on LS3. So these are Mazda base cars as well. So this one is the Exoskeleton MEV G-Type Mark III, and this is based on a Mazda MX-5 Mark III, 2005 onwards. And the kit price on this is £5,000. And what you basically do is lift the body off the Mazda MX-5 donor car, and for £4,995 plus VAT, you get this beautiful thing. Full on track day toy. Looks a lot of fun. This is the Exoskeleton RX. That's because it's based on a Mazda RX-8. And the kit price on this is $5,995 plus VAT. Plus your RX-8 donor car, obviously. And you will get 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds with this. And this is another Mazda MX-5 base car. This is the Exoskeleton G-Type. This is the Mark 1 and 2 donor. And you get 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds with this one. So the kit price on that is $4,495 plus VAT. 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds though. So this is how they do it. Lift the body off. Put a nice roll cage around it. And then you get the fun track toy. Fully road legal. And that's the MEV Exoskeleton. XCS design stand. Honda engine. The Dicey Tetra which I know stands for 10 in Italian, because, well, it's a 10, that's why. And then you've got this Cobra, filmed many times before, but I love it. That's the 427 Cobra. But over here, this is the Cobra Longtail. Even I fit in this car. I'm 6'2" and I fit in really comfortable. It's designed for the taller person, and I'm 16 stone and 6'2". Like I said, comfortable and plenty of legroom. You don't get that with many Cobras. And there's a rolling chassis. A Chevy small block. On the next stand, you got the MK sports cars. Also, Mazda donor vehicle. I think I better get me a Mazda MX-5 now before the prices boom. Look at this fun toy from MK Sports Cars. This one's got a Honda engine. Honda K20 with a 6-speed MX-5 gearbox. That's got to be pumping a lot of power out. So it's pumping out 229 brake horsepower for a car that weighs basically nothing. Yeah, you're going to get a lot of fun with this one. The Indiara. This one's for sale. CBR Motors. The way it's twisted. Now that's at an angle, so I'm assuming that's a bike engine. It's a CBR 1000 with a paddle shift gearbox. The car's for sale. This is the MK India. Chesil Speedster range is inspired by the world-renowned German two-seater sports car. The 356 was made famous by 1950 stars of screen and motorsport. It has become one of the most sought-after collector's cars in the world. The Chesil Heritage Speedster has been developed over decades, not just as a kit, but as a turnkey factory car. Chesil kits comprise all components required to build your replica, including a comprehensive build manual. All you need to bring to the job is your time and your toolkit. Like it. And look, we've got a rear bench. Attention to detail. Very well done. And this is the car on the stand of the Maxi Racing. I can spot the car underneath, it's an Ultima. An amazing car. So a lot of the parts supplied by Maxi Racing. So of all things sports really, the wheels, suspension, And a lot of their parts are on this car. The car's for sale. Got an LS7 550 brake horsepower engine. Got the cups. Said there's a lot of trophies back home for this car as well. So this is the Quantum sports cars. The build sheets. Mazda MX-5 based again. MX-5 down there. Just lift off that body. Add that roll cage. And then the body. Just gonna give you this. Classic car look. And then once finished, can look like this beauty. It's got that vintage Aston Martin look.
The car originally was a MEV, and what Stuart at the time was doing was sort of developing a car and then moving it on and starting another one.
Right.
More interested in development, I think, at the time. So a friend of ours, Andy, started this one off as the ANC replica. During his tenure of it, we started building the body shells for him. So fiberglass is our speciality. We've done the last few body shells for him to the point that he wanted the moulds were starting to get a bit tired.
Yeah.
So we were going to make a new mould. We just started, and he decided that his illness was progressing, so he decided to retire. So we took on the whole thing. So it's now a Quantum.
Right.
So the new mould carried on apace. We changed a few of the proportions as well to try and bring it back into the size and shape as a 50 sports car would be.
Yeah.
So that's the white car over there. While we were at it, we've done a few alterations on the chassis to stiffen it up, make a little bit more room inside, move the bulkhead back so the seats are now go a bit further back so people with longer legs can actually get in it.
People like me.
Yeah. And titivated it and got it sort of as we thought it should be. So the body shells are now quite stiff, very strong, returns on all the wheel arches. Same with the bonnet and the boot and the doors, they've got nice returns on them so you get a nice stiff door and stuff in them. We learned quite a lot of lessons from Andy, because Andy has upgraded as he's gone along, and we've carried that on to keep the upgrading right. So we think we've got a car that's going to be nice to drive and it looks the part as well.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
Right, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to speak to you.
One of the best colour spec cars here, if you ask my opinion. I think this is the colour I would go for. Beautiful Cobra. The Westfield sports car. The Westfield X1. For Hawk cars, it's the Lancia Stratos from Hawk cars. It's another one of Hawk cars. This is the Cobra, the classic version, and another Lancia Stratos. Got the Hawk Owners Club. It's like a Morgan look to these. Got the Jeanette Owner Club. And everybody's saying goodbye to each other. I'll see you next year. So we've had this beautiful Ford GT replica behind. There's been some nice replicas here. It was quite a small show this year, but hopefully they'll get bigger next year. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe.
Coming over this way about 4 inches.
Blue gold.
So that's it now from the Kitcar show here at the where are we to? I don't know where we are.